Lane received an email from one of her classmates. The email reads, "I just abandoned my body. I still exist in the wired." But this classmate committed the S word some days ago. So who is sending that email? Lane responds to that, and to her surprise, she receives a reply. It reads, "God is real." This event sparks the journey of our main protagonist, Lane. Lane is a shy schoolgirl who gets pulled into the mysterious labyrinth of the Wired. The Wired is a name that this anime, Serial Experiments Lane, uses for the internet. This anime came out in 1998, but it predicted the reality of the internet. Serial Experiments Lane also predicted the brainrot we have today in 1998. It is more relevant today, and it is scary how accurately SEL predicted how the internet will be today. Moreover, it deals with the existential crisis, dual personalities, and the concept of hyperreality. I really want you to pay attention to what I am saying in this video because I want to make you realize how insane this anime is. This might be one of the most important videos I make on this channel. Let's begin. Who is the real you? Your online persona or the person behind the screen? What is your real personality? Is your personality influenced by what you do online or by your real life experiences? This is the story of Lane. Lane is a reserved and introverted schoolgirl. Her life changes after she receives an email from her dead classmate, and once she is introduced to the Wired. In this anime, they show how she orders computer parts and starts building her station. I will leave you to discover that for yourself. The Wired is the internet. This show came out in 1998, so I assume the word internet was not really incorporated in this anime. In the physical world, Lane is reserved. However, after using the Wired, communicating and interacting within the Wired, her personality changes and she behaves completely differently from her actual physical self. She adopts more of an assertive and influential persona online. Now keep in mind that this anime came out in 1998, but this personality change is something of a common knowledge today. We all know that by hiding behind an alias and a vague profile picture, people are way more comfortable expressing themselves or behaving in a way that they normally would not. This anime addressed that concept before social media was even a thing. The anime shows how the Wired allows Lane to explore facets of her personality that remain suppressed in the real world. This was a prediction of how messed up the society was about to become with the introduction of the internet. We see that after she starts interacting in the Wired more and more, she starts losing herself. Even the anime starts blending reality with the internet so smoothly that it makes the viewer question what is the reality and what is the Wired. What exists in the real world versus what exists in the Wired. Lane's journey reflects how she maintains her dual identities. As she delves deeper into the Wired, the boundaries between her two selves blur, turning herself into her online self. Now think of the people who are always on Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, and TikTok. They start spending their time and days more and more online, making them lose their real self. They start talking about the problems that exist online but have no traces of it in real life. They start forming opinions about others based on the extreme information they read online. They start incorporating online slangs in real life. Even in recent times, I have seen videos of people using Twitch vocabulary in real life, like chat, is this real? Chat, are we cooked? Chat, chat, chat. Basically, Lane predicted that people will have brain rot in 1998. You can try to remember if someone you know might have used this online slangs. Or think of yourself. Do you say words you use online subconsciously? Do you have opinions about certain things or people based on what you saw online and not based on your personal experiences? Have you created beliefs in your mind based on videos or posts online, even though you have not experienced anything in real life that will make you have those beliefs? Yep, all of this, serial experiments Lane predicted in 1998. This series also touches on the societal implications of this duality. Lane's friends begin to think of her differently based on her actions, influenced by The Wired. In an era where the online world is ever present, maintaining a clear distinction between one's true identity and digital persona is crucial to preserving mental health and emotional well being. And for the love of your own self, stop bringing hatred from online platforms into your real life. I cannot believe as more years go by, this anime just keeps on getting real and real. This might be the best anime of all time when it comes to timelessness. Serial Experiments Lane dwells into a profound question: what is reality? The series challenges the notion of singular objective reality by presenting a world where the physical and digital realms intervene. Hyperreality. Hyperreality describes a condition where the distinction between reality and simulation becomes blurred, leading to a new synthesized reality. The concept of hyperreality was introduced by the philosopher John Baudrillard. The anime also explores the implication of a reality where digital and physical realms blend in, creating this hyperreality. Now, I had a classmate. This person was really active on the internet. One day, out of the blue, he started saying extreme things about certain group of people. Now, this person personally did not know anyone from that group of people. He never met them. He never had friends from that group. Also, he never had anyone that he made as an enemy from the group. I also did not know anyone from this group. So I started asking him questions to understand his opinions. And it turns out that there was a new trend started by a celebrity or someone famous on TikTok, and that trend exploded in popularity. And the trend was about saying certain things that I would not like to discuss here about this one particular group of people. So he now assumed that it was socially acceptable to say those kinds of things. This person synthesized his new reality based on what was happening on TikTok. He was behaving like an Instagram comment section in real life. Now, there is an argument about social media representing people's thoughts in real life. However, when you pick that one certain point from social media and try to put that as a blanket statement in everyone's reality, that is not accurate. In the anime, the Wired represents the hyper-real space like TikTok. As Lane becomes more entangled in the Wired, the societal structures and relationships in life begin to erode. Sticking to the story I mentioned about that classmate, this ex-classmate was kicked out of the group project because how unhinged he was. His educational relationship with us eroded. This deterioration reflects concerns about pervasive influence of technology on human connection. Lane's interaction within the Wired reveals how malleable reality is for her. She encounters entities that challenge her understanding of self and existence, her own beliefs, and her own opinions. Have you ever seen those influential figures online who try to influence your opinions about the world? They tell you what to do and they tell you what to be, as if they are trying to change the reality for you by forcing their beliefs on you, by brainwashing you into thinking that you are becoming enlightened. How to be an alpha male, how to be rich, how to get women. Those so-called gurus who end up saying unhinged stuff online to persuade you into believing certain things. I have seen some tweets so vile and disgusting that forces you to think the reality of the situation. The extreme encounter in The Wired forces Lane to confront the possibility that reality is not a fixed construct, but a fluid amalgamation of perception and experiences. Just like how opinions online are based on perception and experiences that create an amalgamation of echo chambers. This is how this anime talks about the impact of digital media on our understanding of reality. People you idealize online are not always the right people. This anime talks about the impact of digital media very, very deeply. I'm not going to talk about every single episode in this video. However, until now, Lane was navigating her life by being online and offline. Until now, she was grounded in reality to a certain degree. However, in the later episodes, in the climax of Serial Experiments Lane, Lane makes an ultimate sacrifice. And now I am getting into spoilers, so if you would like to click off, here is your chance. In the climax of Serial Experiments Lane, she erases herself from existence. This is no simple act of disappearance. It is a deliberate unweaving of her identity, removing herself from the memories of her family, her friends, and even the world itself. Now, this climax is pointing to the desire to erase ourselves from the reality and just exist online, making the online world our real world without any interferences from the reality. It is about understanding what is real and what is not. Before erasing herself from reality, each day when she turned her screen off, she absorbed the personality she had on the Wired. Each day she questioned what is reality anyway. Each day her physical self was turning into her online self slowly. After that, she also started contemplating what is her real self. Is her real self, is it when she was browsing on the internet or when she was laying in her bed? Which thoughts are real? The thoughts that are shaped by her life or the thoughts that are shaped by the opinions online? Eventually, all of the personality of online Lane enters into the physical Lane. Lane's journey throws one single haunting question: who am I? You, the one watching this video, who is the real you? Are you someone shaped by your personal experiences and people around you, or you are someone who is shaped by the amalgamation of social media posts and videos? Do you have your own personal belief that drives your free will to critically think about the reality, or you just follow the influential figures in the digital echo chambers? Every like, every share, every post contributes to a curated version of the self, a self that is often more polished, more idealized than the person behind the screen. At the end, personally, I believe that your actions define your reality. However, going off based on your actions, I have a question for you. Did you come here by a choice, or was this exactly where you were supposed to end up? Videos like this don't just appear, they are chosen for you. They are shared with you. Just look at my subscriber count. Algorithms pull the string, and the Wired, it exactly knows what you will watch. So ask yourself, is this just a video about Serial Experiments Lane, or it is something different entirely? This video is also an opinion that exists on the Wired, isn't it? A narrative designed to make you question what's real and what's not. Will you take this personal opinion and weave it into your own reality? And then, opinion by opinion, post by post, completely lose yourself on the internet. When that screen will go dark, who remains?